Okay, do you think different parenting styles really affect the way a child is socialized? Definitely. The way you parent, like if you let your child get away with everything and you don't discipline them, they become spoiled and a demanding child. And they use that in everyday life just because that's the way they are. Um, and that's the way they're going to act in public or in school or whatever, and that's going to cause problems. If you're an overbearing parent with your style, the children become rebellious, angry, and of course that's going to affect everything in their life as well. If you're authoritative in your discipline and a parenting style, those children will learn to cooperate and learn to work with other people, other students, other parents, other teachers, just all around learning to cooperate. The second question is, how do I feel about parents uninvolved and not supportive? This one kind of makes me mad. If you can't be involved and supportive of your child, you really shouldn't have had children, basically. Kids can't raise themselves. They can, but it's not a good outcome. They're going to be causing trouble in school and in life, doing what they want to do because they don't know, they don't have any support. Basically, when you're a parent, you are mentoring or discipling a child. And that means showing them the way. And if you're not doing that, you're not parenting. And even I've seen examples of kids who basically do that. I saw an international student recently, or this year at a school, that its parents are really not involved in their life, especially the father. And this boy just longs for someone to pay attention to him. And he's lonely because they don't pay attention to him. And I don't know who he lives with here in the United States, but I'm hoping that they're supportive. But even at school, where I see him, he longs for attention. So anyway, that's one thing. And then the other way would be, because they're lonely, they get into things they shouldn't. Drugs, sex, breaking the law, whatever. So definitely that upsets me. Which style do you use raising your children? I would say it's more of an authoritative style because there are boundaries that you set for your children. We just don't let our kids do whatever they want to do. There's some limits, there's some boundaries, and there's a balance with discipline and with love and support and grace. It also depends on their age. Like, of course, when they're smaller, younger age, you have to be more disciplined, I think, more strict, I guess is the word, and more boundaries. When they get older, I don't feel like you have to enforce that as much because your kids have already known that. I have a house full of older kids right now. Yes, there's still boundaries. You have to be home at a certain time. You have to ask permission to use the car because it's not yours. I'm paying the bill. You will be home and you will ask permission to use the car. You may have to put gas in the car too. That kind of thing. It's just totally different when they're older. But there are boundaries, and that will produce respect, I believe, and an all-around balanced child.